My grandmother instilled in me a compulsion to feed people, and she taught me the value of using everything. If you have a whole animal, use the whole animal, and to let nothing go to waste. The fact that I make a product that feeds and nourishes people is the most gratifying aspect of this business. If you make your own stocks, you already know, but if you've never made your own stock, you use the product once and you know the difference between what we provide and what is currently on supermarket shelves. To a chef, bones are the gold of an animal. A good stock is the foundation for good cooking. Bones are treated in different ways by different farms. Some farms consider them waste and they never get them back from the slaughterhouse. Other farms will route them to dog food production, and others will make the effort to bring them to market. I wanted to start this company because I care about sustainable farming, and I saw an opportunity to bring revenue back to a farm in a way that is meaningful to a home cook. Hi, my name is Rachael Mamane. I'm the chef and founder of Brooklyn Bouillon. We produce artisanal stocks and demi-glace. We're located in Brooklyn. We're gonna add the charred onions to the beef stock now. And you can see all that beautiful caramelization. All the sugars that come to the top when you caramelize an onion are now gonna go in the stock and help with that depth of flavor. Brooklyn Bouillon creates sustainable and traceable stocks and demi-glace as a value add to regional farms. There are not a lot of artisan stocks on the market. We introduced Brooklyn Bouillon as the first stock and demi-glace company that was sustainable and traceable back to the farm. We make our stocks for the home cook who cares about where their ingredients come from. Brooklyn Bouillon partners with farms that sustain meaningful practices, and it's very important for us to know how our farmers farm and how they treat their land and the animals. Our stocks are small batch and unique to each farm. The name of the farm where the bones came from is also on the label. You will taste a different profile from stocks that are made from animals that come from different farms. Right now we're at my kitchen in Sunset Park, and we're about to make pasture-raised chicken stock, grass-fed beef stock. These are meaty neck and leg bones. We also have a little bit of marrow in there. Clean bones are going to give us a clear stock. Speaking of bones, we have chicken necks and chicken backs. This part of the animal is lesser used. And then more importantly, we have chicken feet. If I didn't use chicken feet, you would notice a difference in the body and the texture of the stock. When our stocks defrost, they hold their own shape, which is really important because it adds body to what you're cooking. And again, all of the nutrients that are in here are transposed from the bones and the feet into the stock. This is a double sieve. We're gonna skim, skim, skim. This is all the impurities, some of the proteins that are coagulating at the top. That's cool. It's good flavor, but a good stock is lean. Just ask the French. It's one of those things where you think you've captured all of them and then you walk away and you come back 5 minutes later and they're all back. Currently, Brooklyn Bouillon produces pasture-raised chicken stock, grass-fed beef stock, and a farm fresh vegetable stock. Soon we will have a cage-free duck stock and a cultivated mushroom stock on the market as well. The recipes for Brooklyn Bouillon are inspired by French technique. The way I like to explain it is when you go to a fine restaurant and you have a gorgeous soup or stew or a plate with a sauce on it, and you're amazed at the depth of flavor. And then you go home and you try to recreate that dish. If you were to use a stock or a demi-glace that you buy on a supermarket shelf, then it's going to taste different. The types of stocks and broths that are available on the market are not of the greatest quality. Those stocks have additives in them, such as sugar or hydrogenated oils. Rather than spending the time to create a really high quality stock, they'll add things to it to expedite the process.
Good? Developed exactly the way you want.
It's a nice flavor. A beef stock should simmer after the bones are roasted and added to the water for 8 hours. You add the aromatics for color and for flavor. We spend a long time producing our stocks. We will spend an entire day in a facility reducing and straining and clarifying our stocks as much as we can to get them to the most concentrated point to deliver to our consumer. The flavor on the pasture-raised chicken stock is clean, it's buttery, it's rich, it has a natural salination such that I put no more than a tablespoon and a half of sea salt in the entire batch. So we're at the end of the process and we are double straining the chicken stock. It's a pretty tedious process. The key is getting rid of impurities and skimming and skimming and straining and straining.
Until you can strain no more.
Until you can strain no more. Origin of the word bouillon means to brew. And the reason we went with Brooklyn Bouillon was because we wanted to bring back the idea that a bouillon is a liquid and not a little salty cube that's made mostly of oils and very little animal. I think people don't realize what goes into a very simple, classic, long simmering and clear stock. Farms typically don't have the time or the facility to make a product like this. But to be able to empower the farm with this product so that they can make an additional profit on top is that much more exciting to me. I think it's important for the consumer to support the small farmer, and this is one way that we can do that. In our recipe development phase, we provided our stocks to chefs across the city for them to evaluate on texture and flavor, on spice, and we arrived at a stock that has received rave reviews across the board.
Pharrell Williams here.
Hi, I'm Joy Bryant,
I'm Eric Ripper,
I'm Tom Colicchio.
I'm Dr. Frank Lipman,
the host of On the Table.
the host of Across the Board.
Host of Artist Talk.
Host of Hooked Up.
host of the show Be Well Week, Be Well Weekend on the Reserve channel.
It's only on Reserve.
Did you know that you can follow my show on social media sites like Facebook?
Follow us on Twitter.
If you're a fan of my show, hit the like button.
All of the above.
Share me with your friends.
Treat yourself. Check out a new episode of my show, Hooked Up.
And if you want to leave comments, feedbacks, ideas, whatever, love to hear from you. Leave a comment.
And if you don't want to miss the show, be sure to subscribe.
The one that's like down here, or is it here? Somewhere down here.
Thanks for watching the Reserve channel.
Only on YouTube. Throw caution to the wind and ask yourself what rules.